The condition of having two heads is called polycephaly, and it can happen to humans too. In humans, conjoined twins are comparatively well understood and documented. There are even records of conjoined humans dating back to the 6th millennium BCE. It is, however, most common in mammals and reptiles, and when they're born, they make headlines. Welcome to another episode of Forever Green, where today we're going to look at some of the most incredible two-headed animals ever reported. But before we dive in, let's understand why this happens. Polycephaly can occur due to genetic or environmental anomalies during the development of an embryo. If an embryo splits in two, but the split is incomplete, it causes conjoined twins in humans. If two separate embryos fuse together, but not completely, it causes two-headed animals. Reptiles are more likely to have polycephaly than mammals, and it's most common with snakes and turtles, which leads us to number 10 on this list. Baby loggerhead turtles. Baby loggerhead turtles have enough problems surviving as it is. After they hatch on land, they are under constant threat from birds, crabs, and small animals. Once they have reached the water, it doesn't get any easier as seabirds, fish, and sharks pose just as much threat. The sad reality is that very few baby turtles make it. Somewhere between 1 in 1,000 and 1 in 10,000 are believed to actually survive and make it to adulthood. And with two heads and one body, the odds certainly don't tip in its favor. A Sea Patrol group monitoring these hatcheries in Hilton Island found this baby loggerhead, a two-headed turtle. They called the two-head Squirt and Crush after Nemo's friends. They released it into the sea shortly after finding it, so it could be with its brothers and sisters. But the baby turtle struggled to crawl. It's unknown whether it survived in the ocean, and the survival rate of baby turtles is already very low. They're going to need all the luck they can get. Number 9. The two-headed baby deer. A mushroom picker in Minnesota came across a two-headed fawn close to the Mississippi River. This is the first known conjoined twin fawn to reach a full term and be birthed. There have been others, but only ever seen in the womb. The mushroom picker reported that he found these fawns in near perfect condition, which meant they had only recently died. Researchers conducted some studies on them and found the deer were both female, and that they converge halfway down the ribcage. Their fur, heads, and legs were perfectly normal, but their lungs looked like it had never breathed oxygen, proving they were stillborn. The twins shared a liver but had extra spleens, one pericardial sac, and two hearts. Given their anatomy, scientists say the fawn should never have been possible. But they were found groomed and in a natural position, meaning the mother did try to care for them after delivery. Number 8. Two-headed porpoise. Back in 2017, the first known two-headed porpoise was captured by a Dutch fisherman in the North Sea. With a single body and two fully grown heads, this is a case of partial twinning. This is very rare for porpoises. These male porpoises are only the 10th known case of conjoined twins in the cetaceans world, the group that includes whales and dolphins. Normal twins in their species are rare enough, because there simply isn't any room in the body of the female to give room to more than one fetus. This one was thrown back almost immediately, because the fisherman feared it was illegal for him to keep such a specimen, but he did take photos before doing that. This was quite a rare find, and we can't imagine how upset scientists must have been that they didn't get to examine the creature themselves. Still, they did what they could with just the photos. They could tell that the twins died just after being born because their tail had not stiffened up, which is important, so new dolphins are able to swim. Another sign was their flat dorsal fin, which should have become vertical after entering water, and the hair on their upper lip, which should have fallen out right after birth. It is likely there are more of them out there, maybe alive and healthy, but we will never know because they're out in the vast ocean. Number 7. The two-headed Neotropical fruit bat. These male bat twins were found under a mango tree in the forests of Viana municipality in Brazil. X-rays and ultrasonic images showed that they share 2 complete forelimbs and 2 complete hind limbs, like a regular bat, but had 2 separate spines and 2 separate hearts. This is just the 3rd pair of conjoined twin bats recorded. Despite bats in general being widely studied both in labs and out in the wild, they also found the placenta was still attached to the bat's shared body, confirming that they were either stillborn or died just after being born. Not a lot of success stories here, guys. Like we said, it's rare to live a long and healthy life with this condition. But there are some instances where they beat the odds. Just make sure to keep watching. At number 6, we have the two-headed kitten, Biscuits and Gravy. A family in Oregon got quite a surprise when their cat gave birth to a two-headed kitten, which they adorably named Biscuits and Gravy. It has 2 noses, 4 eyes, and 2 tiny mouths. The rest of their cat's litter was given away, but the King family held on to Biscuits and Gravy. It's rare that kittens like these survive for more than a day. But one, named Franklin Louise, defied the odds and lived for 15 years, and even appeared in the 2006 Guinness Book of World Records. Biscuits and Gravy share 1 brainstem, but can eat and meow using both mouths. For now, they're doing well, and are officially part of the King family. If you think a two-headed kitten is crazy, you have got to stick around for number 1. Number 5. Two-headed boa constrictor. Probably the most fascinating thing about this specimen is that it has 2 hearts in a single body, which is rare. This anomaly was found by a snake breeder in Florida, who was surprised when his pet boa constrictor gave birth to a snake with 2 heads. It turns out the snakes each have their own digestive tracts too. If there's 2 digestive tracts, we figure both heads need nutrition. It's essentially 2 snakes and 1 outer skin. Most snakes born like this die in just a few days, either because they don't get adequate nutrition or because they share kidneys. At number 4, two-headed lizard. This rare two-headed lizard hatched from a cluster of eggs being incubated by a reptile breeder in the UK. This tiny leatherback bearded dragon has 2 heads but shares the same body, limbs, and tail. The lizard has been named Olaf after the snowman in Frozen and is one of 4 recorded two-headed bearded dragons. Stefan, who has been breeding lizards since he was only 17 years old, already has 50 bearded dragons and specializes in breeding lizards with unusual and colorful patterns. The two-headed lizard is in his care, kept in a separate vivarium and fed crickets, mealworms, and salad leaves. Number 3. Western rat snake. Gumbo and Philo, a two-headed pet snake in Louisiana, made quite the splash when they were found slithering around in the backyard of a master naturalist program employee. The twins share a tail, a digestive and reproductive tract, and actually have distinctive personality traits. It's not uncommon for one head to be more dominant than the other, and that is true in this case as well. Though both of them are feisty, Gumbo is definitely the more dominant twin. Caring for them is not that different from caring for other snakes, but their owner, Huan News, says that she must ensure the water bowl isn't too deep, as the dominant head can drag the other one's head into the water. Talk about a sibling rivalry. Okay, let's take a quick break and check out today's subscriber pick. If you come across a mysterious photo online and you want us to take a look, be sure to send it over. we will look into it and maybe feature it in a future video. We searched the internet far and wide to find any news or evidence of a two-headed lion being born. Remember when we said animals born with two heads tend to cause quite an uproar? Well, there is no news of a two-headed lion, so this image is definitely photoshopped. We're not saying it definitely doesn't exist. There are millions upon millions of animals being born all around the world, and there are abnormalities happening that we may not even know about. We're just saying a two-headed lion hasn't been recorded anywhere. We're kind of glad. One lion is dangerous enough as it is. Can you imagine a two-headed lion charging at you? Yeesh. But we do have something equally interesting. We've gone the whole video mentioning that polycephaly is possible in humans, but we haven't discussed any actual events where it happened. At number 2 we have two-headed baby girl. Abby and Aaron Delaney were born in July 2016 in Philadelphia, joined at the head. They were immediately taken into surgery at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, where they were operated on for 11 hours by 30 experts. Human conjoined twins surviving is very rare, but Abby and Aaron pulled through and were successfully separated 10 months after their birth. Their recovery has been so remarkable that the lead surgeons published a paper detailing their techniques on how they reconfigured the baby's skulls and tissue before surgery, so the operation would be safer. The girls now live happy, healthy lives in their home in North Carolina, with occasional visits to the hospital. Their skulls are incomplete because of the separation, but doctors say they need to wait before operating again to fix that, but otherwise, they seem to be doing well. Their mother even runs a blog giving details of the twins' life and their progress. It seems Aaron has started walking, and Abby is usually one to closely follow Aaron's every move. So, she might start walking soon too. Aww. Success stories like these are rare, so we're thrilled for these kids. Before we move on, here's a quick challenge for you. If you can leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and turn on the notifications in less than 5 seconds, you will have 10 years of amazing luck. Hurry up and try it. It actually works. Okay, we've seen some pretty interesting two-headed animals up until now. But this one is the craziest one of them all. Number 1. Two-headed dogs. This one isn't a naturally occurring phenomenon, but it's worth a mention because of the attention it got for how crazy it is. Soviet doctor Vladimir Demikhov was a pioneer in transplantology. And after transplanting a number of vital organs between dogs, he got the idea to graft the head of one dog onto the body of another, fully intact dog. He performed these surgeries with his team 23 times, and the 24th time wasn't a complete success, but got quite a lot of attention in an article with pictures in Life magazine. The two subjects chosen were a German Shepherd named Brodyaga and a smaller dog called Shavka. Shavka's head was attached to Brodyaga's body. After the 3.5-hour operation, the two-headed dog was resuscitated, and both heads could see, hear, and smell. Unfortunately, this dog survived only 4 days due to a damaged vein in the neck. Well, that's it for 10 incredible two-headed animals. Which one did you find most adorable? I thought those kittens were pretty cute. Let us know in the comments down below. If you like this video, you'll enjoy our video 10 cutest baby animals that will make you go, aww. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back with another countdown video soon. Until then, goodbye.